Hi guys, how's it going? Welcome to day 18 of Camp Nanowrimo. Hope this video finds you well and that you've been writing. Okay, so hopefully by now you've realized that I've been doing these Q&A videos like all in a row in one day, so I'm not horribly stinky and wearing the same sweatshirt all the time, even though that's partly true, but I do wash it, so I'm not stinky. Okay, let's get started. This is part 3 of the Q&A video. I'm going a little bit crazy because I've been doing so many videos all at once. Let's get to it. She-Racontours asked, what are your favorite dogs? I work with hundreds of dogs throughout the day, every day of the week, so I love dogs. And I grew up with a lab and a lab and boxer mix. So labs are my favorite dogs. They have the greatest personality, they're the cutest, and they're usually very, very silly and sweet and fun to be around, and they love to play, but they also love to love on you, so I feel it's a good balance. And I love anything with a scrunchy face, so boxers are really cute, Boston Terriers are fun and crazy and silly, bulldogs and French bulldogs, and yeah, and then golden retrievers are cute, but they're kind of crazy, and yeah, sometimes I will like a dog that I don't necessarily think I will, just because it has a funny personality, and sometimes I'll meet a dog that I think I'll like it because of the breed, but I don't like it because it has a crappy personality. So it depends on how cute they are and how nice they are to me, and yeah, so yeah. What are your favorite places in Portland? I love Powell's bookstore. It's like the biggest bookstore independently in the nation, and it's crazy awesome. There's so many different like layers. You go up the stairs, down the stairs. It's so many books, and it's really cool because they have like new and used on the same shelf, old and new, and they have like an antique book section. They have like calendars and like other fun stuff like kind of Buddha statues or incense and crazy hipster stuff going on all the place, and it's really fun. And I used to go there as a kid with my dad, so love Powell's. I also really like PSU, Portland State University, where I went to school for 4 years, and I lived there in the dorms, and that is like a second home to me. Like the dorm that I was in was built in 1907, so it was very, very old. There was the Simon Benson house right across the street that was very, very old as well. And then there's these park blocks, which are like huge park blocks right in the middle of the city that everybody congregates around because it's kind of like a mini, what's Central Park in New York City, where you have like all these huge buildings around, and then like this greenery where there's parks and trees and everything, and park benches, and everybody walks through that. So there's like live music playing, and it's a bunch of fun. They have Saturday markets there, and I lived right here, and then there was park blocks where everybody was around, and then right across the street from that was where I went to school. And so it had this like downtown feel where there were bums and people going to classes and everybody going through Portland, and it's a huge city. But then there was also like this naturey feel, and then there's like subway cars going all the time, and like people going to classes, people living in the dorms. So it was just this huge blend of like all these different awesome things happening at once. So that is really awesome. I really wish I was still going to university. I really liked being in college and stuff, although it didn't seem like it in the moment, but I would love to be back there. I love other places in Portland, but that's good enough for right now, like Hawthorne and Burnside and certain specific areas and stuff. What are your favorite literary reference to Portland? Not so much literary, but there is that show Portlandia, which is very funny, and it's awesome to like see a TV show that is about your area and to see places that you've been and lived and walked and breathed on TV with these famous actors and actresses. And they really get a lot of the culture and the hipster and everything. And so if you've watched that show, you'll know a little bit more about Portland. And it's definitely, you know, like, you know, funny and making fun of it, but there's a lot of truth in there too. Does the volcano mountain thing ever freak you out? I think you're talking about Mount St. Helens, which is very close to Portland. I think it's actually in Washington. No, that doesn't freak me out because it blew up in like the 80s before I was born. So, not a huge chance that anything else is going to happen. My boyfriend actually just went to, like the ape caves around there, and he was actually walking on the solidified lava that was part of the, explosion on top of the mountain and the eruption and everything. So that's pretty cool. But no, it doesn't freak me out. What's your favorite TV series or TV movie of all time? Oh, Jesus. I love Lost, and I love Supernatural, Breaking Bad, RuPaul's Drag Race, Spaced, and IT Crowd, and I'm blanking all the TV shows I like. Parks and Recreation, 30 Rock, Community, lots of Japanese dramas and everything. Yeah. What is your favorite candy or dessert? I love ice cream, Ben & Jerry's specifically. My two favorite kinds are Fish Food and Chunky Monkey. So if I can get myself a dessert, I will usually do that. Also like red velvet cake, any type of cake. This is so stupid. Donuts, candy like Snickers, Reese's, M&M's, cookies, brownies, cookie dough, cream puffs. What is your favorite DVD that you own? I only own like maybe 10 DVDs. I'm not really big into that. I can actually like list all of them. I have The Shining. I have Evangelion, the anime series. I have Full Metal Alchemist, that anime series. I love Cowboy Bebop, the anime series. So I have that. Totoro and Kiki's Delivery Service. And I have a Tai Chi DVD. So those are the only DVDs I own. And I'd have to say that probably Cowboy Bebop, because that's probably one of my most favorite anime shows. Okay, now we have questions from Cattytastic. What is your favorite place outside of your home? Probably, like I said, that I've been to, favorite place that I've been to, PSU, definitely. Where do you want to be in 5 years? Let's see. I'm turning 24 on May 7th, so I would be 29. In 5 years, I would love to have 2 kids and live in my own house, and there's a hair on my face, I'm sorry, and have a book published. That would be great. What other goals? I will have liked to have gone to Japan. And hopefully I will be happy and fulfilled and creative and in a loving relationship with my boyfriend and a good mom. So all the things that I hope to be in 5 years' time. What would 16-year-old Caitlin think of you now? She would think that I am very depressed and a loser, and she would think, oh gosh, you're fat. Yeah, I was much cooler in high school. If you could only recommend one Japanese drama as a must-watch, which one would it be? Probably Leader of Tears, just because I cried liters of tears when I watched that, and that's probably one of the most emotional ones for me. Yeah, probably that one. Or Hanakimi. I love the whole girl dresses up as a boy thing, and oh my gosh, I can't think of anybody's names. The actor who plays the thing, I talked about it in the other video. My brain. Bear with me. If you had to do college over again and choose a different major, what would you study? I would study writing and like get an English degree and really study the classics and study the craft of writing and like become an expert on English literature and stuff. Both my parents are English majors, and so that should have been kind of like a path that I should have taken, I think. Yeah, I don't regret choosing a subject to study for 4 years that I liked, but I probably should have put more thought into what I picked, and you know, I didn't ever think that I wanted to be a writer, but I always knew I liked books and reading. So if I had put even just an ounce more thought into my major, I probably would have made a better choice. So, but that's all in the past. What can you do? If you had a time machine that you could only use once, one trip, one way, would you use it? And where and when would you go? Oh man, I like everything about that question except for the one way. I can't come back to my own life. I did have an answer, but now I'm really spooked out by that. There's conditions with that. Can I take my boyfriend? And am I going to be me in that time period, or am I going to be somebody else? Very interesting. Well, if everything could go my way and I could bring my boyfriend and we could have a fun trip, I guess I would go to Victorian England back in like 1850s and just be a cool like Pride and Prejudice girl, and he would be in beautiful, beautiful man clothes, and he would propose to me, and I would faint in his arms, and it would be very romantic. So, yeah, that one. Oh my gosh, this is 13 minutes, I'm so sorry. Last ones. Aspie Death asks, when did you start to write? I kind of answered that with Jared's questions. Check that out in part 1. Are you a happy ending kind of writer, or do you prefer to write dark endings? This might surprise you, but I am a happy ending kind of writer. To spoil everything completely, everything ends happily in my plan for my book. And despite all these dark things happening, everything kind of like gets tied up, and they do have a happily ever after where they end up together, and everyone is coming to terms and accepting everyone else, and yeah, fun. What are your thoughts on self-publishing and traditional publishing? She talks about how in Belgium and Europe it's seen as kind of like a failure, but she thinks that American authors have the option of being self-published and being successful at that. More and more, I'm thinking that self-publishing isn't that bad and is actually maybe one of the options that I'll pursue. Obviously, like anyone that wants to be a writer, I'd love to be traditionally published, but the more I learn about it, the more I realize that you have to sign the rights away to your book, and you really don't have a lot of control over a bunch of the things. And so I'm a very like OCD controlling person, so I would absolutely not stand for not being able to have any say over the cover of my book. That's very important to me. Like even stupid little things like font size or page numbers or the size of the book or anything like that. I'd really, really like total control over that. And don't even fucking mess with the names of my characters. No. 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 Don't mess with my plot. Don't mess with anything. Once I have perfected my story exactly the way that I wanted, I'll be open to editing and stuff to help with grammar, but no one is going to fuck with my story, and no. So, I've seen some other people on YouTube talking about like lulu.com for self-publishing. If that means that I have to sacrifice some sales or some publicity or some popularity versus having more control over my own story and having to do a lot more of the background work, I'm cool with that. Really, I just would like to have, once everything is all settled and my book is 100% edited and perfect the way that I want it, I would like full total control over how that is put out into the world, and so I really do like the self-publishing path. And so I would like a very easy way to have that available to people in hardcover, paperback, and ebook forms. And however I need to do that is what I'm going to have to explore. But yeah, I definitely am okay with both and even leaning towards self-publishing. So another long video for you, but that means that we are done with the Q&A videos. I hope you liked it, and thank you so much for 50 subscribers. This is your reward, but really it was just for me because I like talking about myself. But yeah, I hope you liked it, and I will see you guys around. Bye!